What is up, everyone, and welcome back to Tax Sale Starters, where we teach you the best tips on tax sale investing. In today's video, I'm going to teach you my tip on how to find tax liens and tax deeds so you can increase your investment opportunities, increase your ROI, and increase your overall success. So, if you're just getting started or if you've been investing in tax liens for a little bit and deeds, but you want to learn how to get the most out of your investment and, of course, your time, then let's jump right in. Now, before I tell you my tip, there is one thing you need to know. Time is king. And what I mean by this is, if you want to succeed in tax sale investing, you need to make sure that you can sift through and research a large number of properties quickly in order to find your ideal investments. Because after all, the wrong property increases your risk. And if you're dealing with liens or, say, redeemable deed, time plays a huge role in how long your investment can be sitting in a particular property before you can actually take possession or expect to make a return on your investment. So at the end of the day, all you should care about is generating a return on your investment that will grow your money. That's why in today's video, the one tip I'm going to share with you is use the same data providers and quality services that institutional investors use to find property sale auction lists for liens and deeds. Now, if you're familiar with tax sales, you may know that institutional investors and large funds purchase and compete at tax liens and tax deed auctions nationwide. Institutional investors have a large amount of capital under management that they must invest monthly. In order for them to invest large amounts of money, they have to invest in multiple states and sift through huge numbers of liens. They do this using data providers like Tax Sale Resources, who just happens to be the largest tax sale data provider in the US. Now, most small investors don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars to invest, so they don't think about using data providers to find auction lists. Secondly, those who do know about data providers think they don't need one because it's just as easy to find these lists directly from the county they want to invest in. Data providers know that individual investors need the data too, so they are adjusting their services to accommodate smaller investors. This is huge because after all, if you've ever tried searching for tax lien and deed sale lists, you quickly find that they are not available on every county website, which means you'd have to purchase the local newspaper for that county in order to get a list. Here's what I found. If I want to find the best tax liens in the US to invest into, I'd have to spend hundreds of dollars a month in order to obtain all those newspapers and or search every county site to pull the available list. As I always say, time is king. Searching newspapers and online takes up too much time and in the long run ends up costing more money than just subscribing to one of the data providers, right? In fact, you'll probably earn more money or save money by not doing that other thing. Check out taxsalefinders.com. It may come off as me being biased since I work with Tax Sale Resources, who are the creators of the taxsalefinders.com. But the truth is, I work with them because they are the best in the business. And don't just take my word for it. Go check it out and then come back and let me know what you think by leaving your thoughts in the comments below. Now, there is this great misconception around tax liens and deeds that you only have to invest in your county and your state. That is completely false. Here's why. I'm in Texas. So if I'm going to use my state as an example, let's say I wanted to invest into liens because I have less than $50,000 to invest. If you didn't see our last video where we discussed a tip on how to determine whether to invest into tax liens or tax deeds, then be sure to check it out. And be sure to subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell so you get the latest videos and tips, and of course, leave us a comment on what you'd like us to cover or ask some questions. Okay, so in my example of living in Texas with less than $50,000 to invest would actually be very difficult. Here's why. Texas is not a lien state, so that immediately throws that theory out of the window to just invest in your state. That means I would have to find another state to invest into, right? But which state? What are the rules? Can I invest online or do I have to be there in person? So now I would have to find the state, then find the best county, then find out if the list is available online or only by newspaper. You get the point. There's so much to figure out that it's almost like searching for a needle in the haystack, to say the least. Which leads me back to my tip of using the same data providers and quality services that institutional investors use to find property tax sale auction lists for their liens and deeds. We know that investors with millions don't have time to waste and rely on the best data to make decisions. If you want to invest, think like an institutional investor. Don't think small just because your bank is not in the millions. You can still get the same data at an affordable price. And I mean like for $30 a month, which is easily affordable if you're just getting started. Here, I'm going to show you just how easy it is to pull a tax sale list for any county without jumping through hoops or ordering dozens of newspapers. Then you can tell me which one is easier.
So I actually use tax sale finders when I do my research. I found these guys, probably about a year ago. We kind of crossed paths, and I've been a fan ever since. This has made my investments into tax liens and tax deeds so simple. No more ordering newspapers, no more going online to all these different states and counties trying to find the information. So let me just show you really quick how this works. And by always, you can go check out taxfinders.com and you can take a walkthrough of this. I think they got it for like $1.99 for the month or something like that. So you can go check it out. And then after that, I still think it's less than 30 bucks a month. But anyway, as you can see, this is all auctions. And I want to move this out of the way really quick. So this is all auction types, right? And so our conversation is about liens predominantly. So I'm going to go to liens and I'm going to hit the search button on liens all over nationwide. It's going to pull up. Boom. This is what's going on. These are the liens that are coming up. These are the states that are having auctions. So you don't have to go guess, right? If we were talking about Texas, and now here we are looking at Texas and we're realizing, well, Texas doesn't have it for my example that I was using. So maybe I'll go to Arizona, but Arizona doesn't have it. Well, maybe I'll go to Colorado. So you see how much time you could be wasting if you did it that way. So you look here, okay, there's one auction coming off. There's one property, it looks like. Here's another auction. Here's 7. And then let's go to Jersey. Jersey's got the biggest number, so we'll just use Jersey for the example, right? Obviously, all of these change every day. So boom, there it is. Look at this. Here's a full list. And more importantly, here's the jurisdictions for you. So you know where they are. Look at this. Woodbine, Pittsgrove, Down, Oakland, Seaside. And I'm out of Essex County originally. I was born there. But Essex Fells, look at this. They only have 3 properties. Look at it. Well, if I wanted to go to the auction, I want to go where there's the largest number of properties, right? That's one of the first things that I want to do. And I'm going into a whole nother part of, that I'll be talking about in another video. But these are all bid downs, right? That's the one thing that I noticed. These are all bid down states. Maybe you don't want to invest in a bid down state. Well, guess what? Super simple. Go back here, click back on liens, right? And then go to auction procedures right there, right? I want bid up or bid down, right? Search. Let's see if there's any. Oh, wow, look at there, just one. You would have not figured that out any other way without going through all these newspapers, contacting all of those counties. Again, here we are with a list. This has got 795. This is Pennington. Never been there in my life. South Dakota. These are live bids online. These are bid up premiums, auction types or lids. Very simple to come in here, click on Pennington. Now go into that list. Now watch what happens. This is how my research works. Boom. Look at that. Free reports remaining I-250, but nonetheless, look at that. That's 776 properties. Look, I can even do the research on the properties. I don't have to go anywhere. I can literally just click on this information and go deeper and deeper and deeper as I want to go. I can do all of my research over here. It's just a new way of doing things.
So remember, if you want to find auction lists and find the properties that best suit your investment strategy, then use data providers just like large institutional investors do. Don't forget to check out taxsalefinders.com, where you can get all the latest auction lists, research liens, deeds, and much more so you can grow your investment like a pro. If you love this tip that I gave you on how to find tax sale auction lists, then make sure you hit the notification bell, because in the next video, I'm going to make you put it into practice by teaching you tips on research and perform due diligence on the properties on your tax sale list. I hope you have a great day, happy investing, and I'll see you in the next one.